Hi guys, my name is Juan Camilo Jaramillo. I am a marine biologist from the University of Miami. Actually, I have an undergrad degree from the Universidad Jorge Tadeo Lozano in Bogota, Colombia. I went to school a long time ago. I got my undergrad degree from that university, and then I moved on to the University of Miami to get a marine biology degree, a master's degree in marine biology. I actually live in Colombia, South America, in the lush green mountains of Colombia. I live about 7 to 8,000 feet, so it's quite high. My interest in during my undergrad years were seabirds. Okay, but then when I moved to Miami, I went to the University of Miami to get my master's. I switched to microalgae. Microalgae are tiny little organisms, which are plants that photosynthesize, and some of them produce a phenomena called bioluminescence. Okay, and so I got interested in bioluminescence back at the university in the 1990s, and I was already back then also interested in scientific illustration, and that's how I got into art. So now I consider myself both a scientist and an artist. Okay, and my art is basically all dedicated to UV light and bioluminescence and photoluminescence. As an artist, I haven't been painting for too long. I am 62 years old, and I have been painting probably since a year before the pandemic. Painting seriously all of my life. I have been interested in scientific illustration, as I said, but since a little bit before the pandemic, I got interested in actual, painting, and I have been painting. All of the paintings that you see behind me are mine, and I'm gonna just take a little walk around my tiny gallery. I call it my tiny gallery. I have about 100 or so paintings here, and art has been for the last 5 or 6 years my main therapy, if you will. I enjoy very much painting, and especially with this particular type of light. And so I use a type of pigments that are called EPOs, IPOs, invisible pigment optics, and basically what they do is they glow when you shine UV light on them. And so to me, art and science are gears from the same machine. And I also, by the way, I also teach. I teach climate change and the environmental crisis at at the Boston Architectural College in Massachusetts. It's an online class, and I combine both my art and science to engage with my students. So what I want to show you now is some of my paintings, and I'm gonna see if we can shine in the UV. I use a 365 nanometer UV light, which is a very short wavelength. And this kind of reveals all of the pigments in my paintings. Basically interested in painting jungles and seascapes. So let me show you a little bit of that. And the reason for that is because I have been to the jungle, the tropical rainforest here in Colombia. And when you go camping in that forest, it's super interesting, a little dangerous sometimes, too many critters are around. But what you see at night is that the trees actually glow with some fungi, and there are many things that are actually producing light. So think about Avatar, okay? When you see all of this glowing stuff, and so more or less that's what you see in the tropical rainforest here in Colombia. And so inspired with that, I have been kind of painting junglescapes and seascapes. I do use a technique called dripping. So dripping basically means that I do not touch with brushes my canvas. Basically, I lay down the paintings or the canvas, and then with a chopstick and a little bit of paint, I just basically dip the painting or the chopstick in the paint, and then I drip the paint on top of the canvas. And that kind of it's very interesting because it's a little abstract, but at the same time, it's figurative. So let me show you. Let's see if you can see that. This is a jungle scape that I painted just a few months ago. Let me see if with the light we can actually reveal something. Maybe you can see some of that. All of my paintings, as you can probably see there, have colors that are revealed brightly with the painting that I'm showing. So I'm gonna drop my light, and then I'm gonna go and show you some of those. That's, by the way, one of my cats. I have four dogs and quite a couple of cats. As you can see, for example, those are mangroves right there. Those are story paintings of jungle, palm trees, and this is what I wanted to show you. This is one of the UV lights that I use here in my house. Uh, oh, so this is more like a rainforest. It is called cloud forest. Is and show you. Well, that's my pack right there. Okay. And that's what I'm talking about. So that's an octopus, of course, and I do have some jellyfish, and many other things that actually glow in the dark. So, in order to show you a little bit better, okay, what is exactly or how exactly my paintings do when I shine them, let me share my screen and show you a couple of movies that are very interesting. That way, you can see the two illumination states of my paintings. Okay, so let me share 1 second. Okay, so you just saw that painting on the wall, and uh, that is exactly the two different states of the painting. Okay, so if I click, okay, so if I slide to the right, you're gonna see the painting as it looks in normal light. And if I slide to the left, that's how you see the same painting at night, illuminated with UV. Okay, so let me show you just a couple of them. Of course, you can see the dripping. It is not a brush, but it's painting being just dripped onto the canvas. Here is a very interesting painting that I painted in back in 2000. I think it was 2020 when the Cumbre Vieja volcano in La Palma was actually erupting. And let's see if I can just center myself here. And I was basically trying to portray very colorfully. This is what they call la colada, or the lava flow. And that's how it looked in normal light. And that's how the painting looks in during the night. Here is kind of a little jungle in the Pacific of Colombia, and that's how the trees look like, or my painting. As you can see, they're quite disorganized and abstract, but when you slide it to the left, you can see what I see when I go camping. Okay, of course I'm exaggerating a little bit, just for artistic purposes. You can see a palm tree here, and that, but that's basically what I do for my paintings. And well, I hope you enjoyed a little bit of what I have been doing as an artist, and as a scientist and a teacher.